Anyway, 22 years.
22.
And, Lord, look like I've known you forever.
Seems like it, don't it?
Yeah.
Almost brothers and sisters.
Yeah, but you know.
Well, we really are in Christ.
Yeah, old folks say you start looking like each other. Yeah, that'll be a terrible sight. You start looking like your pastor. But anyway, we're back with you guys again, and I got to do a little navigating today, so I may have to break away.
2121
but
American 2121 Fort Worth Center, climb maintain Papa 230.
We just gonna talk a little bit about. We've talked about every subject. I'm gonna start asking y'all, what do y'all want us to talk about when we go up?
Yeah.
Because we got a trip to Pagosa Springs, probably the end of June.
1 minute for jumpers over Gatterville.
And
but
on June 2nd, 2002,
15 degrees.
2001, me and First Lady,
15 to the left.
we got married. It was my second marriage.
3 Mike, no traffic around the airport. I'll be moving.
As a matter of fact, I left my ring.
Just due west here.
Yep, mine's up under the bed. I got to crawl up under there and get it one of these days.
10,000 and below, use caution.
But
755, contact 4.
Now my hands feel bare. I always take it off at night because my fingers have a tendency to swell on me.
4278, contact.
Well, we got married, and I remember Pastor Taylor married us. He did a revival. When he got done with the revival, he said, man, I preached the hell out of you. He said, you was ready to get married. I never forget that.
Number 9607 Yankee for warranty.
But I tell you, it's been some good years. I mean, I tell you, especially young couples, all of them wasn't great years.
Right.
You know, we had a lot of
797.
We had a lot of years where we wasn't consistent with each other.
797 Fort Worth Center. Hello,
we had a lot of years that we could have done better by each other. We had a lot of years of misunderstandings. I mean, you know, marriage is about two imperfect people God puts together, and they work things out.
Yeah.
And I had told a couple other day, my dad and my mom was 91, and doing their marriage, I mean, they had a lot of arguments, like most couples.
Oh,
but
yeah.
when my mama died, my daddy had made his mind up he's not living any longer. Well, that's a special kind of love when a person
contact
says they're going to die if their spouse dies. Well, me and First Lady and I liked it. Yeah.
We're not there yet. But I love him, but we're not there yet.
But that's a love that takes years to cultivate. That's a love that every marriage will enter there if they fight for it. And so every day, me and First Lady get closer and closer. If we continue to have the will to try to make it work.
Affirmative, 5411.
And that's what it's about.
Right.
It's about having the zeal.
Number 93 Mike, you coming back out with more jumpers?
You know, to make it work.
It'll be a little bit. 93 Mike.
So let's talk a little bit about that, First Lady, about that type of love.
We'll talk to you next time.
That type of love like Dad them had, where they...
Oh, well, like you said, you know, of course your mom and dad, they had their issues or whatever. They went through it.
American 2121,
Dad, you know,
126.
your mom was the only woman that he ever been with.
57,
and, you know, but over time, they grew stronger. Well, when you've been together so long, you know, you realize you don't have much of a choice but to stay together, because it's not really much out there, you know. So you might as well stay with the one you're with.
Yeah.
And love them, you know, with the love of God. Well, if you love God, you're going to do what you can to make it work. You know, versus just, you know, as soon as a problem hits, you're ready to give up. You're ready to quit. You know, we've been there too in during the infancy of our marriage.
That's right.
But during that time, we understood that it wasn't, even in marriage, it wasn't even just about us. know, because we had children, we had family, we had church family.
5411, Frederick Fort Smith.
So, you know, we had to consider all of that because we didn't want to hurt each other. We definitely didn't want to hurt the people that we love, which was our family. So we worked, you know, to stay together, put aside our differences. Of course, we still have them.
Fort Worth, American 2818.
Oh, yeah.
But in the midst of that, we know in the end,
2818 Fort
we
Worth,
got each other.
That's right.
You know, if nobody else got it, we know we got each other.
That's
So-
right.
So that's the kind of love that you want, the kind of love that goes and the love that grows
That's right,
together,
babe.
that you're going to keep pushing forth. You're going to do whatever you need to do to, you know, to make your marriage work. So, you know, that's what I just want to encourage all of you, no matter what age you are in your marriage. You know, you can do all things through Christ.
That's right.
That gives you strength.
That's right, babe.
So, you know, love is, you got to make it do what it do.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And that's, you know, loving God, loving his people.
And that is so true. You know, it is so true to be, as we grow together, and me and First Lady is growing.
Oh, yeah.
And I keep putting emphasis on that because many of y'all think, you know, that everything should be hunky-dory and, you know, but
Fort Worth Center, call maintain Papa 230.
but every day is not going to be hunky-dory.
Not.
I mean, it's just not. It's going to be, some days you have some losses. Some days you have wins.
Yep.
And that's just how it is. You know, some days you won't understand where the money went. And some days you have more than enough.
Right.
But in all that, you work together, do the best you can. Two imperfect people
109 Romeo,
that God is wanting to do life together with. Me and First Lady been doing life together for about 22 years. And, you know, and now we all think once upon in our lives, well, we could do better. But I tell every couple, you can't do no better than what you have now. Just because the grass is greener on the other side,
124.87. Good day.
it's green because there's a septic tank over there. So the deal is,
you know,
again, Baron 1621 Whiskey.
Number 545 Whiskey Hotel. I'm sorry, you said you're starting descent into Atlanta Hall Miller?
Oh, West View.
Okay, thank you.
we have to navigate today a little bit, but it's all good.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, you know, we like I say, just because it's just because we have
Romeo, call maintain Papa 190.
just because we have
Climb 190, 109 Romeo.
look like the grass is drier on your side,
Center, clear track 131,
but
7,200.
sometimes it's not about what color the grass is.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about endurance. You know, when you're married, you cut for each other, you fight for each other. You know,
Should.
and I tell people, you know, if the husband and wife can't fight for each other, man, you're in trouble. You know, matter of fact, the word submission means it's a military.
American 2818, contact Fort Worth Center 126.57. Good day.
It's a military term where the husband and wife stand side by side,
10, contact Fort Worth Center 126.
preparing for the battle outside of the house.
57, Delta 1010. See ya.
Formation.
Number
That's right.
96078.
That's right, formation.
Contact Fort Worth Center 126.
So I tell you, it means a lot when you two don't go to bed angry, but you try to, you know, make up and do better. You know, I can tell you this: it's not going to always be. You know, right now when you first get married, you know, let's be honest, some of us got married because of sex. But you'll see, as you get married and you become older, there's things that start changing. Sex needs to still stay in there, but still, there's different things that start taking place.
Yeah.
And for the first times, and this is really important for a lot of you men, a lot of times us men, the reason we stayed in relationships was because of the good sex. Well, a marriage is a different animal. The sex should still be good, but now you're loving them for who they are.
Right.
468 Fort Worth Center.
See, that's,
2997, maintain
I'm telling you, that's really a big,
997 and maintain vehicle.
that's really a big deal there. I mean, and
09 Romeo, call maintain 5230.
and you know, so I just had to tell y'all that it's back on course. That it is such a blessing. Again, when you now are in love with each other, and you're in love with each other because who each other are, you know, and God, He grows you together like that,
Right.
which is a blessing. I'm telling you what, it's a big blessing. So, First Lady, anything else before we
And I sent good morning, Hawker.
No, just pray together, stay together.
4000 for one.
Love God, love His people,
Direct talk.
and be patient?
and be patient
You know,
with each other.
I am short there, but you got to be patient. Many of you who know me,
I'm sorry, I had to step off line of
many of you know, boy, pastor's not patient.
That's affirmative. What's your vote?
And y'all pray for me. I mean, don't talk about me. You know, pray for me. You know, all of us have some minuses in our life. But what we do, we pray for each other and believe for each other. And you know, patience has always been my deal. I want something to happen. I want it to happen now. And sometimes that can actually damage a relationship. So I tell all of you, just stay patient with each other, stay loving. First Lady, any airplanes on your deal yet? Well, I don't. When some come on mine again, look on this one and see. I think it's supposed to pick them up. But anyway, we will talk some more later. We love y'all. I tell you, it gives me and First Lady a lot of joy to be able to talk to you and kind of tell y'all about some of our problems. And maybe by us talking about our problems,
It helps us.
yeah, it helps us and maybe it help you. You know, this is our 22nd anniversary, so we're going to talk a lot about our losses. And we're going to talk a lot about our wins. Me and First Lady have had some great wins.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, God have allowed us to obtain some things that the average man will never obtain. And God has anointed and blessed us to be able to do that. And again, it had nothing to do with Pastor Coleman, but everything to do with Jesus Christ.
Right.
I mean, He's the answer. He's all of it. I mean, I am wise enough to know that everything I have or everything I ever have came because of Him and Him alone. Now, God used my father, William Coleman. William Coleman taught me the principles. I tell a lot of people, when I left home, my daddy never put another dollar in my pocket. But my daddy gave me something more important than money. He gave me the ability to be a man. He taught me how to be a man.
Yeah.
And you know, we spoil our kids. You know, we try to bless our kids with everything. But I still want them to know, if I never give you a dime and just give you the advice how to be faithful unto God, that's more than what money could ever do. And I know a lot of young people don't understand that, but my daddy never gave me a house. My daddy never gave me money for Christmas after I left home. What about you, First Lady?
No.
Number 1 Sierra Bravo, contact 126.5.
But you love your daddy all the same, don't you?
That's just the same.
Because it's not about that. But what it is, we honor our parents. We're loyal to our parents. I'm going to tell y'all something. And I say this all the time. I say this every time we up. I love my mama so.
One whiskey, change to my frequency, 123.902.
92?
Yes, 123.
12392, Baron 1621 whiskey. Baron 1621 whiskey is at 7,500 feet.
Number 1621 whiskey, thank you. McCurtain County altimeter 2998.
2998, 1621 whiskey.
But
Number 80 Alpha Echo, contact Fort Worth Center 126.57. Good day.
But my mom, when I date women back in the day, Some of them didn't like my mama. My mama was kind of outspoken.
Very.
First lady say very.
Very.
But I tell you what, there was a woman, young lady I was
Number 800 Romeo.
I was dating and that heifer mess around and, you know, your mama kind of mean. I said, what you say? She didn't say it again. I pulled up at a convenience store. I said, run there and give me some corn chips or something. That's been 40-something years ago. She's still waiting at that convenience store. I burnt rub out of there.
Dang, he could at least took her home.
No, I wasn't taking her to Nebraska. No, I almost said Negro. I wasn't taking her nowhere. Because when you can't love your mom and daddy like that, I'm telling you, in the wrong business. And I'm going to say this to help some other couples. Y'all hear me and hear me well. I say this out of my heart. If you're dating somebody and they're laboring with your parents, you got to get that right then. If you wait and take that to the marriage, they'll feel like they have the freedom to say something about your parents if you don't do nothing about it.
Right.
I love First Lady. First Lady knows for a fact that she can't say nothing about William Coleman or Audrey May, even while they dead.
Yeah.
Because first off, First Lady loved them because she loved me.
Oh, yeah, love like they were my own.
That's right. And I love my father-in-law now. You know, First Lady, I don't care what I ever see wrong. First Lady never hear me say anything because that's her daddy.
Yeah.
And First Lady love her daddy, see. And I say that to add that to you couples. Don't ever let them say anything derogatory about your parents, even if it's true. You know, the deal is you have to be able. I'm glad the Lord quickened me with that, but you have to be able, because when that's ground, untouched ground that neither side ever have to hit. You know, you don't do that, and when you do, all that cause is disruption in the marriage. It causes disruption, and eventually, now y'all hear me, eventually it's going to cause bitterness and hatred. Eventually. Now, I'm telling you. Now, you take that to the bank. So, if I can leave anything with you young couples, I leave that. It is paramount that they love your family. It's paramount. And because at the end of the day, I say this everywhere I go. At the end of the day, y'all, when all the dust settles, all you gonna have is your family. One old woman used to say, she had an old saying, if she could go in there and save her daddy or her husband, which one she gonna go in there and save?
She gonna save her dad.
Why, babe?
She can get another husband. Can't get another daddy.
You know, and y'all is some truth to that. So I'm just saying, I got it. Is it on yours, babe? Okay, go to traffic. Hit traffic.
Crew check 131, Clear Belcher, Echo India Charlie.
I gotta have that thing hooked up directly.
Yeah.
Hold up, go to
Let you watch these clouds.
Okay, yeah, you good.
Fair Wings 810, contact Fort Worth Center 126.57. Good day.
Okay.
Number 0 Romeo Sierra, contact Fort Worth Center 126.57. Long.
That's fine.
But
one Alpha, contact Fort
but anyway, y'all, we just thought we have a little fun there. But all seriousness, do be faithful. Do understand that that's off limits in any marriage. Is trying to talk down those your spouses, parents. Many of them do that. Like I said, back in my day, that was a death threat. Most of the fights I had when I was in school, I'm telling you, was behind my mama. They say something, call my mama something. You know, in our day, whenever you want to fight somebody, the first thing you do, say something about their mama.
Oh yeah, when you really wanted to fight.
Yeah, you already know you try to urge them to fight. Well, if you say something about my mama, by that time, It's like we had to have that encouragement to push us over the hill. And they call out, Mama, your mama old black, but they didn't even get the rest of it out.
Yeah.
Boy, I didn't caught them with that, we good. I didn't caught them with that left hook.
Well, you hit him way back.
With that left hook, fair lady.
I just advise any weather notice to what type of approach.
Y'all pray for it. Pray for your boy.
But yeah, I tell you what, you weren't gonna say nothing about my mom and my daddy, man. I tell you what, boy, I'd fight you like a tiger. But our younger people have lost that. Y'all have lost that. And it's dangerous. I'm telling you, it's dangerous. So again, I tell you, but we love y'all. We're navigating through these clouds. I mean, if we'd have left earlier, we would have missed them, but it's all good. We got about 50 minutes before we're landing, so we love you guys. First lady, anything you want to tell them before we go?
Oh, just love God, love people.
Love God and love people. 22 years, we still pushing along, and we love you all. God bless you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.